After I spent $8,000 on my own money on small gun safes, I tested the biometrics, I found deadly design flaws, I tested long-term reliability, and a couple of safes broke all by themselves. And then I probably tested over 10 small gun safes to see just how tough they really are. And with all that, these are my top gun safe picks. This is V-Line's single pistol portable safe. Main features: this is my standard for 100% reliable quick access, and that is with a mechanical simplex push button lock, and as you can see here, is lightning fast to open. This compact V-Line safe is made to accommodate a steel tether cord to easily secure in vehicle or solid object. This is the perfect travel safe, and here is a quick fitment guide. Let's do a quick fitment guide to see what you can get in this tiny little portable V-Line. This is a Glock 21. This is a full-size pistol, as you'll see with this 1911 airsoft gun. Just about as big, even girthier than that. As you'll see, fits in there just fine. You can even throw a little LCP in there, or maybe a few magazines. So there's plenty of space in this little V-Line. And now onto my prior rating. I like V-Line's clamshell designs, but with this travel model, which you cannot permanently bolt down, does allow for less pry protection, as you can see here, with only 16 gauge steel construction and this brass bolt for protection. The V-Line gets a 3 out of 5 pry rating. Now my quick access rating. With no batteries or electronics to worry about, and even better, no lock to pick open, take that lock picking perverts, these push button mechanical locks simply can't be beat. If you need a small safe for extreme cold or heat, you can't find a better safe. The V-Line gets a 5 out of 5 quick access rating. Final thought: I've had my V-Line safe for over a couple years now, and after spending $8,000 on these small gun safes, which ones do I believe will still be working after 10 years? This little V-Line would be one of those safes. This is the Hornady Rapid gun safe. Main features: 3 ways of entry. First is with the RFID cards or RFID wristband. You can also access the safe with the electronic number pad or mechanical key. And as you can see here, there are 3 different sizes to choose from, and all feature a strong automatic opening lid, and come with a steel security cable for on-the-go securement. There are also pre-drilled holes for permanent mounting. You can power the Hornady safes with permanent AC or battery power, or just use the mechanical key. And now onto my pry rating. From the 2 Hornady safes I bought and tested now over 3 years ago, they are well built with 14 gauge steel construction and hardened steel latches. I also performed a hardness test, as you can see here, on the latches of my AR gun locker, and they are hardened steel. From the build of these safes, I will give the Hornady Rapid safes a 4 out of 5 pry rating. Now my quick access rating. My Hornady safes have been 100% reliable, the RFID systems work great, and you have the number pad or key for backup. The Hornady gets a 4 out of 5 quick access rating. Final thought: Hornady safe's biggest weakness is the barrel key lock. But in real life, I'm more worried about reliably getting my handgun from a locked box, or pry attacks that do happen in real life. But I was easily able to replace the lock on my Hornady gun locker, and now the lockpicking perverts are no longer interested in my safe. This is the Hornady TriPoint lockbox. Main features: in the small key only lockbox category, this Hornady TriPoint looks to be one of the better made and tougher ones. And as you can see here, there is enough space for a 1911 with an extra magazine, so this should fit about any normal handgun. Comes with a steel cable for on-the-go securement. And now onto my pry rating. The Hornady is made from 16 gauge steel, and here's a quick video on the locking latch.
And we also included the same locking mechanism used on the Hornady key lock safes. This locking mechanism completely encapsulates the bottom catches, so you must shear material instead of deforming material in order to compromise this safe.
Not bad for a simple lockbox. The Hornady TriPoint lockbox gets a 3 out of 5 pry rating. Now my quick access rating. Barrel key locks are easy to pick, but in real life, that's about the last thing that will happen. Most of these lockboxes sold on Amazon have cheap keys that can snap off on you. The Hornady's barrel key will be reliable for years to come, and that's what's important here. And remember this: lockpicking is for sport or perverts. The Hornady gets a 5 out of 5 quick access rating. Final thought: pretty versatile lockbox, car, range safe, or travel safe, and it will not be affected by extreme cold or heat. This is the Hornady Rapid RFID vehicle locker. Main features: this Hornady locker easily mounts between your car seat and console, then pumps up for a secure fit. Access is with Hornady's RFID wristband, RFID key fob, or the stick-on type cards, as you can see here on my smartphone. Made to secure your duty size or smaller handguns, and also comes with a steel security cable for on-the-go securement. The Hornady can be powered by batteries, but also can be powered by your vehicle's 12-volt system with a power adapter. And now onto my pry rating. From its 14 gauge steel construction and 2 locking latches, this Hornady should give you good pry protection. The Hornady Rapid vehicle safe gets a 3.5 out of 5 pry rating. Now my quick access rating. With my 2 Rapid safes I've owned for over 3 years, I've come to trust the RFID quick access. You can also gain entry with the electronic number pad or key backup. The Hornady gets a 4 out of 5 quick access rating. Final thought: this may not fit all vehicles, so make sure to take a look at your vehicle's seat and console for fitment. This is Vaultek's LifePod 2.0 gun case. Main features: this is the best portable gun case you can buy. Access is with either touch-sensitive LED backlit, keypad, or mechanical key. You can store a full-size handgun with accessories, as you can see here. Features a removable interior tray for stackable storage. Also has an interior LED light and comes with a steel security cable for quick securement. LifePod is weather resistant, airtight, dust-proof, floats, and is TSA compliant. Now onto my pry rating. This is a portable gun case. All it needs is good basic pry protection, and you get that with Vaultek's anti-impact latch, as you see here. The LifePod is also drop tested. The Vaultek LifePod gets a 2.5 out of 5 pry rating. Now my quick access rating. My personal Vaultek safe passed all my most important tests, and with years of 100% reliability, you can't go wrong with Vaultek's number pad or mechanical key. There is also an optional anti-picking feature that can be enabled to prevent lock picking. This is my go-to electronic safe brand. The Vaultek LifePod gets a 5 out of 5 quick access rating. Final thought, if you need a trusted weatherproof gun case that will last and work when you need it to, there are none better than Vaultek. This is Viking's biometric safe locker. Main features: 3 ways to enter. First is with the FBI certified biometric sensor, number pad, or mechanical key. Super quick access with its automatic opening door. Foam interior keeps pistols fully secure and protected. Comes with a built-in LED interior light and battery level indicator. And now onto my pry rating. These lockers are made for quick, reliable access, more so than a pry resistant safe as you see here with my Fort Knox. And from my test of other small brands like the RP&B I tested here, the RP&B didn't put up much of a fight. With just one small locking latch, the Viking gets a 1 out of 5 pry rating. We'll keep the kids out, and that's what it was made for. Now my quick access rating. This is a 100% pistol dispenser, so it needs to work 100% of the time. I have extensively tested this biometric sensor, and it has passed all my tests. Was also the hardest to biohack out of all other brands of biometric safes tested. There is also a number pad and key backup as well. The Viking safe gets a 5 out of 5 quick access rating. Final thought, Viking makes great safes. They are one of the best budget brands. This is the Sentry Biometric Gun Safe. Main features: it's built super damn tough, taking over 23 minutes of full force pry attack with stage 3 tools. Not in a million years did I ever think it would be this tough, just with one locking latch. The SentrySafe features a gas strut to help lift and lower that heavy steel lid. Enter the safe with either the biometrics, electronic number pad, or mechanical key. And now onto my pry rating. Take a look at just how much damage this way under $200 safe took. This little safe gives you real pry protection. I have the full pry test on my channel if you wanted to see just how tough this safe is. The SentrySafe earns a 4 out of 5 pry rating. Now my quick access rating. I tested my SentrySafe for over 3 years without any issues, and even though it took a lot of damage, it still registers my fingerprint to this day, as you can see here. The biometrics are also more secure than my $300 Vaultek, and it passed my wet and powder test. What's not to like here? The SentrySafe earns a 5 out of 5 quick access rating. Final thought, I would say this is more than just a gun locker. It's truly a tiny safe. Sentry is my top budget brand. This is the Vaultek Pro VE gun safe. Main features: the Pro VE is Vaultek's toughest small safe. With 14 gauge carbon steel construction, this is the thickest gauge of steel Vaultek offers in this class. Features auto opening lid, rechargeable battery that lasts up to 4 to 6 months, also includes a steel security cable for on-the-go securement, and 2 pre-drilled holes for permanent placement. And now onto my pry rating. With 14 gauge steel and 2 steel locking latches, and with Vaultek's anti-pry design, this safe is a prying nightmare. If the SentrySafe with one locking latch took 23 minutes with stage 3 pry tools, you are going to want to skip the pry tools altogether for the Vaultek Pro VE. The Vaultek Pro VE gets a 5 out of 5 pry rating. Now my quick access rating. The Pro VE is a simple electronic safe. You can quickly enter the safe with either the number pad or good old-fashioned mechanical key. With my personal Vaultek safe has been 100% reliable for over 3 years, and I expect nothing less from any Vaultek safe. The Vaultek Pro VE gets a 5 out of 5 quick access rating. Final thought, if you want the toughest small electronic safe, the Pro VE is your only choice. This is Vaultek Smart Station clock. Main features: hidden in plain sight is best, and there are none better than Vaultek Smart Station. This clock safe comes with 4 ways to enter: biometric number pad, smart app, or key. Features precision ball bearing twin rail system that automatically deploys the safe open quickly with a smooth and silent action and can fit pistols up to 9 inches. With the Bluetooth 2.0 app, you can manage and monitor safe activity from your smartphone, view history log, check for tampering, and customize safe settings. Top mounted wireless phone charging, USB-C accessory charging ports, and with a sleek customizable LED display showing time, temperature, and humidity. LED interior light, and also comes with a steel security cable. And now onto my pry rating. Vaulteks are well built, and if you add stealth, it only gets better. But this safe still features Vaultek's signature anti-impact latch design and anti-pry construction. The Vaultek Smart Station gets a 4 out of 5 rating. Now my quick access rating. With my test of my Vaultek VSS10i, it easily passed my wet and powder test. Also opened in a good 1 second flat with the biometrics, and is still going strong after 3 years. Vaultek makes great little safes that you can count on. The Vaultek Smart Station gets a 5 out of 5 quick access rating. Final thought, hiding in plain sight is best for a small gun safe, and this Vaultek makes the perfect bedside safe. This is the Vaultek VSS10i Smart Safe. Main features: 4 ways to access safe, biometric fingerprint or through Vaultek's app, number pad, or mechanical key. And there is an optional nano smart key as you can see here. The safe features an automatic opening lid, interior light, and a rechargeable battery that lasts up to 4 to 6 months. Also comes with a steel tether cord for quick securement and has 2 pre-drilled holes for permanent placement. And now onto my pry rating. The VSS10i is made from 18 gauge high carbon steel unibody construction. With its 2 locking latches and anti-pry design, even with its thinner 18 gauge steel construction, this safe is going to be a problem to pry into. These are well made and designed little safes. The VS10i gets a 5 out of 5 pry rating. Now my quick access rating. The biometrics pass both my wet and powder tests, as you can see here. The biometrics open in just 1 second flat. You also have the number pad and key backup. The Vaultek VS10i gets a 5 out of 5 quick access rating. Final thought, my Vaultek VS20i has been 100% reliable. You can count on this brand to open when you need it to. This is Viking's biometric gun safe. Main features: the Viking safe has one of the best biometric sensors in its price class. I will go into this more with my quick access rating. You can also enter the safe with its backlit number pad, and the backlight also functions as a battery level indicator, LED interior light with pre-drilled holes for permanent placement. And now onto my pry rating. The build of this safe looks similar to the All Safe I pry tested here. The All Safe is slightly tougher in my opinion. The Viking has one single locking latch, and that latch is smaller than what is found on the All Safe. The Viking gets a 2.5 out of 5 pry rating. Now my quick access rating. This may not be the toughest safe locker, but it will work when you need it to. I have extensively tested its FBI rated biometric sensor, and it easily passed all my tests. This is the same biometric sensor found on my verified safes I tested here, and you can use the number pad or mechanical key as a backup. The Viking safe gets a 5 out of 5 quick access rating. Final thought, this is one of the most trusted biometric safe lockers you can get for under $200. It's not the toughest, but it's going to work when you need it to. How I rate stuff. I know it looks like I rate everything highly, but I really did spend $8,000 on these small safes, all put on my credit cards, and then I get no views on YouTube. Alright, enough about my suffering, so let's start with the curious case of the Bill Conch. This locker would lock down in place with your right hand, as you can see here, but with only one small tap in the middle of the lid, it would open all by itself. I even thought it might have been possessed by Satan, but that actually turned out not to be the case. You have to press down in the middle of the lid to lock the lid down, as there are 2 locking latches with this locker. And trust me, that's one deadly design. Now onto the pry test. The Bill Conch was tougher than I thought it would be with this sheet metal build. And as you can see here, the 2 locking latches broke off into the body, but they did detach from the sheet metal lid. The Bill Conch got a 2.5 out of 5 pry rating. Now here is the RPMB lockbox, with only one tiny locking latch, as you can see here. By the way, if you ever see this tiny locking latch design, it's probably not going to be a tough locker. Anyway, here is the full pry test. And there you go, 8 seconds to pry open. The RPMB got a 1 out of 5 pry rating. This list is not in order because I wanted to show this Sifely lockbox, as it has a similar latch design as the RPMB. It was a little tougher and took 1 minute and 8 seconds with stage 1 pry tools. The Sifely got a 2 out of 5 pry rating. And here is the RPMB single pistol locker. Side note, this locker would drain its batteries as it sat. This is not good and was the only locker to have battery drain issues. And here is the full pry test. And that's another 1 out of 5 pry rating for RPMB. Let's move up half a rating from the RPMB with the Onias. The Onias looks just like the Ananus. I'm just gonna call it the Anus from now on. They do look the same, but they are not 100% the same. And here is the Anus test, starting with stage 1. So let's see how fast we get in here. The anus just popped open in 13 seconds with stage 1 pry tools. And here is the Onias test. So that one took 35 seconds and actually bent the lid. The Onias earned a 1.5 out of 5 pry rating. And here is the only cheap brand that stood out, even though it was recalled for its biometrics. But I do believe AllSafe has fixed the biometric issues as of now. I really thought I was going to get in fast and easy with this under $100 safe, but as you can see here, it does have a nice size single locking latch. And to my surprise, took 3 minutes and 82 seconds with level 3 pry tools. And so there is my 3 out of 5 pry rating. Now we move to a stage 4 rating, the SentrySafe. You will need to go to my channel and find the full test, because it took 23 minutes and 47 seconds with stage 3 pry tools. That was not fun or easy, trust me. So what is a stage 5 rating? Pretty much means pry attacks aren't going to work. Here is my Fort Knox PB1. The design alone prevents any possibility to pry into, as you can see here. Stage 5 is pretty much angle grinder territory. And there you go, my 1 out of 5 pry rating system. Until next time, see you then.